All of you, good morning. Today class is Heat Power Engineering. Chapter name is Steam Boiler, third chapter. Subject code CIT name 402C HP. DME second year, fourth semester. Heat Power Engineering subject name. Today we discuss about this heat power engineering in steam boilers, boiler accessories. We discuss about the boiler accessories. In the previous period, in last class, yesterday class, we have learned about pressure gauge, water level indicator, safety valves, fusible plug, heat check valves, blow up cock, stop valves. This topic we have learned about in last class. Pressure gauge, water level indicator, safety valves, fusible plug, heat check valves, blow up cock, stop valves. In this topic we have learned about in last class. In today class we discuss about the on completion. In today class, on completion of this period, you would be able to know about feed pump, economizer, superheater, air free heater, steam trap, steam separator, steam injector. These are boiler accessories. These components are boiler accessories: feed pump, economizer, superheater, air free heater, steam trap, steam separator, steam injector. This topic we have discussed in today class. Introduction. The performance of boilers used in early days is very poor. The performance of boilers used in early days is very poor. Its thermal efficiency of order of this boiler thermal efficiency in order of 70 to 75%. What happens to remaining 25% to 30% of heat released in the boiler by combustion of fuels? What happens to remaining 25 to 30% of heat released in the boiler by combustion of fuels? This huge percentage of heat is rejected by the boiler to the atmosphere as waste heat. This huge percentage of heat is rejected by the boiler to the atmosphere as waste heat. This leads not only to the wastage of useful energy. This leads not only to the wastage of useful energy but also causes atmospheric pollution. The performance of boiler used in early days is very poor. Its thermal efficiency of order of 70 to 75%. What happens to the remaining 25 to 30% of heat released in the boiler by combustion of fuel? This huge percentage of heat is rejected by the boiler to the atmosphere as waste heat. This leads not only to the wastage of useful energy but also causes atmospheric pollution. Effort were made to recover this waste heat to improve the thermal efficiency and performance of boilers. Efforts were made to recover this waste heat to improve the thermal efficiency and performance of boiler. Some auxiliary devices are used along with the boiler to recover the waste heat and also to improve the performance of boiler plant. These auxiliary devices are known as boiler accessories. These auxiliary devices are known as boiler accessories. This is effort were made to recover this waste heat to improve the thermal efficiency and performance of boilers. Some auxiliary devices are used along with the boiler to recover the waste heat and also to improve the performance of boiler plant. These auxiliary devices are known as boiler accessories. Boiler accessories, these are auxiliary devices. Boiler accessories, these are auxiliary devices installed along with the boiler to improve the operational performance. Installed along with the boiler to improve the operational performance and also to increase the thermal efficiency of the boiler and also to increase the thermal efficiency of the boiler. These boiler accessories, these are auxiliary devices installed along with boiler to improve the operational performance and also to increase the thermal efficiency of the boiler. Boiler accessories, feed pump. Boiler accessories, feed pump, a device to supply the feed water into the boiler. A device to supply the feed water into the boiler against the high pressure in the boiler. Feed pump, a device to supply the feed water into the boiler against the high pressure in the boiler. In this boiler, pressure is high. This feed pump is useful to the supply the feed water into the boiler. Economizer, a device to increase the temperature of feed water. Economizer device is useful to the increase the temperature of the water. Economizer is useful to the increase the temperature of feed water. A device, economizer, a device to increase the temperature of feed water. Feed water temperature increasing purpose may be useful to the economizer. In feed pump is boiler inside this high pressure, feed water is supplied through the feed pump. Economizer is a device to increase the temperature of feed water. Superheater. Superheater also a device to raise the temperature of steam above the saturation temperature. The superheater may be useful to the above the saturation temperature may be rises purpose may be useful to the superheater. Steam temperature may be increases above the saturation temperature may be supported to the useful to the superheater. This purpose may be useful to the superheater. Superheater is a device to raise the temperature of steam above the saturation temperature. Air free heater. Air free heater also a device to increase the temperature of air entering into the combustion chamber. Free heater may be useful to the, this is a device increase the temperature of air. Air temperature may be increased in air free heater enter into the combustion chamber. This air is enter into the combustion chamber. This air temperature may be increased as purpose useful to the air free heater. This air is enter to the combustion chamber. This air temperature may be increased as purpose may be useful to the air free heater. Steam trap. Steam trap a device to dry away the condensed steam from the steam supply pipeline. In steam supply pipeline, condensed steam drain away the condensed steam. Purpose may be useful to the steam trap. Steam trap a device to drain away the condensed steam. condensed stream dry from the steam supply pipeline. From the steam supply pipeline, a device drain away the condensed steam from the steam supply pipeline. This purpose may be useful to the steam trap. Steam separator. Steam separator also a device. A device used to remove the water particle from the steam flowing into the prime mover. Steam separator. Steam separator, a device. Steam separator, a device used to remove the water particle from the steam flowing to the prime mover. In prime mover flowing prime mover flowing the steam, some water particle may be removing purpose may be useful to the steam separator. A device, steam separator device is used to remove the water particle from the steam flowing to the prime mover. Steam injector. Steam injector. Steam injector. Steam injector to supply the feed water to the boiler at high pressure. Steam injector may be useful to supply the feed water to the boiler at high pressure. Boiler is a high pressure is there to supply the feed water. High pressure to supply the feed water to the boiler at high pressure using the thermal energy stored in the steam itself. Using the thermal energy stored in the steam itself. In steam injector, thermal energy stored in the steam itself. This energy may be useful to supply the feed water to the boiler at high pressure. The thermal energy stored in the steam itself. The stored steam itself may be useful to supply the feed water to the boiler at high pressure. This purpose may be useful to the steam injector. This total how many? Feed pump, economizer, superheater, air filter, 4. Number 5th, steam trap. Number 6, steam separator. Number 7, steam injector. These are auxiliary devices of the boiler accessories. 7 types of boiler accessories is there. First one is feed pump. We discuss in first one is feed pump. A device to pump the feed water into the boiler against high pressure prevailing in the boiler. A device to pump the feed water into the boiler against high pressure prevailing in the boiler. Types of feed pumps. Feed pumps may be classified: reciprocating feed pump, rotary pump. Types of feed pumps: reciprocating pump, rotary pump. Feed pumps, reciprocating pump, rotary pump. Reciprocating pump. We discuss about in reciprocating pump. Generally driven by a small reciprocating steam engine called duplex pump. Reciprocating pump, another name is called duplex pumps. Generally driven by a small reciprocating steam engine. Small reciprocating steam engine may be driven called duplex pumps. Rotary pump, driven by electric motor. This rotary pump may be driven by the electrical motor, used when large quantity of feed water is to be supplied. This rotary pump may be useful to the large driven by electric motor, used when large quantity of feed water is to be supplied. This difference between reciprocating pumps. Feed pumps may be two types: reciprocating pumps, rotary pumps. Reciprocating pump generally driven by a small reciprocating steam engine. Small reciprocating steam engine, generally this reciprocating maybe driven, is called duplex pump. Rotary pump driven by electrical motor. This rotary pump may be driven by the electric motor, used when large quantity of feed water is to be supplied.
Welcome to my YouTube channel, Mechanical Engineering Management. At the end of this video, you will be able to understand function, location, construction, working, model and animation of the feed pump. And here you can see these are the boiler accessories, and feed pump is one of the boiler accessories. So it is one of the boiler accessories. So you can understand it is not compulsory part of the boiler, but it is used to increase efficiency of boiler. So let's start the function of the feed pump. It is used to feed the water into the boiler under pressure through feed check valve. Types of the pump used as boiler feed pump. A feed pump may be of centrifugal type or reciprocating type, but a double acting reciprocating pump is commonly used as a feed pump. So basically there are two types of the pump, rotary pump and reciprocating pump. Rotary pumps. This type of pump is used when a large amount of feed water is to be supplied to the boiler. These are generally high-speed centrifugal type pump. Reciprocating pump. The duplex feed pump is a common type of reciprocating pump which is used for medium-sized boiler. So in short we can say rotary pump is for the large-sized boiler to supply large amount of feed water, whereas reciprocating pump is suitable for medium-sized boilers. Now the location of the feed pump, and here you can see this one is the feed pump. It is located before feed check valve in the boiler, so before feed check valve and after economizer. If economizer is used, because of you know that economizer is also one of the accessories. Now the construction of the feed pump. This one is the simplex pump, single acting. This one is the triple X pump, single acting. And this one is the duplex, double acting feed pump. And we are going to discuss this duplex type feed pump. It is a double acting feed pump. It consists of two pumps, namely water pump and steam pump. This one is the steam pump and this one is the water pump, side by side. So it is like that. Here there are three pumps side by side, and that's why it is called as triplex pump. Here two pumps are side by side, so it is called as duplex pump. Both pumps have their own cylinder. Here you can see the piston of both cylinders are connected to its own piston rod, which is finally connected to a common crosshead, so that the steam pump serve as a driver of the water pump due to the expansion of the steam in the steam cylinder. Now next, construction of the feed pump. So this figure is used to understand the construction, and this figure you can use for the examination. It is very simple figure. In the steam pump, D-slide valve driven by common crosshead of two cylinder is used to control the admission and exhaust of steam in the steam cylinder, whereas in water pump, automatically operated suction and delivery valves are used for intake and discharge of feed water in water cylinder. One more image to understand the construction. So here you can see the steam pump, and this one is the water pump. This one is the D-slide valve. and this one is the common cross head. Now let's see working of the feed pump. These three figures are the figures of the duplex double acting feed pump. But I have shown these three different diagrams to understand the working of the feed pump. So this figure you can use for the examination. These both figures are used to understand the working of the feed pump. For continuous supply of the feed water at high pressure, the water pump is continuously run by the steam pump. So this one is the water pump that is continuously run by the steam pump due to the expansion of the steam in the steam cylinder. And then this high pressure feed water is supplied to the boiler. So now let's see the animation of the duplex feed pump so that you can easily understand the working of the feed pump. So look at carefully the animation. This is the D-slide valve, steam pump, and this one is the water pump. And from here you can supply the high pressure water to the boiler. Next, advantages of the feed pump. It can be adjusted to feed water continuously at steady rate or varying rate. It uses much less steam. It can handle hot water. It permits the economical use of exhaust steam for feed water heating. Next, application of the feed pump. So here this is the cut section of the duplex feed pump. So you can understand exactly now the construction and working of the feed pump. And here you can see the D-slide valve in the steam pump. They are installed in all large steam boiler plants as well as small plants. More images to understand the feed pump. And here you can see this one is the common cross head. If you want to see more engineering videos, then subscribe my YouTube channel and go to playlist.
Next, feed pump is completed. Next is in boiler accessories, economizer. It is basically a heat exchanger that transfer heat between hot flue gases and cold feed water before it is supplied to the boiler. Exhaust gases contain large amount of thermal energy. Temperature of gases is higher than temperature of feed water. Thus heat is transferred to the feed water. Placed between furnace and air preheater. This is economizer. It is basically a heat exchanger that transfer heat between hot flow gases and cold feed water before it is supplied to the boiler. Exhaust gases contains large amount of thermal energy. Temperature of gases is higher than temperature of feed water. Thus heat is transferred to the feed water. Placed between furnace and air preheater. This economizer is placed between furnace and air preheater. Economizer, as shown in this figure, gases. Inlet header. This is a feed water, as shown in this figure. Feed water is passing through this flow to this pipe. Inlet header, outlet header. This gases outlet heater, economizer, as shown in this figure, economizer. Green economizer, green economizer. Worm wheels, safety valves, top horizontal pipe, worm wheels, top horizontal pipe, safety valve. This component is there in green economizer. Oval shaped covers, chute chamber, bottom horizontal pipe. Green economizer as shown in this figure. Vertical tubes connect horizontal tube at top and bottom. Vertical tubes connect horizontal tubes at top and bottom. This economizer is used in steam power plants. Green economizer is used in steam power plants. Tubes placed in flue gases path. Tube placed in flue gases path. Green economizer. Water enter at bottom pipe and flow to top. Water is enter in bottom pipe, flow is top. Flowing is top. Gain heat during the flow through tubes. Gain heat during the flow through tube. Inside of the flowing of the tube, some heat will be gained to the water. Heated water flow from top of the economizer to boiler. Heated water flow from top of the economizer to boiler. Green economizer advantages: higher utility, 15 to 20% saving in fuel, increase in thermal efficiency, 1% to 6% rise, increase in evaporative capacity of the boiler, saving in time, increase in life, reduce thermal stresses. These are green economizer advantages: highly utility, 15 to 20% saving in fuel, increase in thermal efficiency, 1% to 6% rise, increase in evaporative capacity of the boiler, saving in time, increase in life, reduce thermal stresses. These are advantages of the green economizer.
Accessories. So here you can see this is the economizer and this one is the model of economizer. So welcome to my YouTube channel, Mechanical Engineering Management of flue gases leaving the boiler through the chimney. So here you can see there is some heat in the flue gases and that heat you can use to increase the temperature of feed water. That is called as economizer. Is supplied to the boiler from the economizer, and this is the figure of economizer. Now next point, function of economizer. An economizer is mechanical device intended to reduce energy consumption or perform a useful function such as preheating of a fluid. It is actually a heat exchanger. Here you can see that makes a system more energy efficient by taking enthalpy of flue gases that are hot but not enough to be used in boiler to produce steam. So keep in mind that economizer is a boiler accessories, so each and every time it is not compulsory to install the economizer in the boiler. Now location of the economizer. So here you can see the different parts of the power plant and look at this position of economizer. An economizer is placed in the path of flue gases in between the boiler and air preheater or chimney. So here you can see the position of economizer is in between boiler and air preheater. Now construction of economizer. It consists of a large number of vertical water pipes. Here you can see. One end of vertical pipe connected with horizontal pipe A and another end that is connected with another horizontal pipe B. So here you can see this pipe is known as bottom pipe and this pipe is known as top pipe. The feed water enters into the economizer through the bottom pipe. Here you can see feed water is entered in the economizer through this bottom pipe. Then it comes into top pipe through these vertical pipes. After that it comes into the boiler or further working. So here you can see the hot water will be supplied to the boiler. Scrapers are provided on pipe. So here you can see these are the scrapers that is provided on the pipe to clean vertical pipe. Now working of economizer. First, feed water with normal temperature is pumped to the bottom pipe by feed pump. That's why here it is written cold water inlet, that means normal water. Then water enters into the top pipe B through this vertical pipe. So here you can see the arrow direction. And here you can see the flue gases passes over external surface of these vertical pipes. So this is the flue gas direction and this is the water direction through this vertical pipe. So water is in the pipe and flue gases are over the external surface of pipes. And this flue gases is from the boiler. So the flue gases transfer its remaining heat to the water through the surface of vertical pipe. When the water goes up through this vertical pipe from bottom to top pipe. In this way, heat of flue gases gets utilized through the economizer or heating the water before entering into the boiler. So ultimately you can say the economizer is used to convert the normal water or you can say cold water into hot water. Next, the flue gas will have ash particles which will get deposited on vertical pipe surface. If special care is not taken, there will be a thick layer of soot on the surface of this pipe which insulate the heat to enter the water. So to remove this soot, the scraper is attached to vertical pipe which continuously move up and down by means of a chain pulley system. So here you can see with the help of this chain pulley system, the scrapers are continuously moved up and down. By scraping, the soot fall down to this soot chamber. Then we collect the soot from the soot chamber. A blow of coke is provided at back end of the vertical pipes to remove sediments from the soot chamber. Now advantages of economizer. Feed water to the boiler is supplied at high temperature, hence heat required in the boiler is less, thus fuel consumption is less. So you can say thermal efficiency of the plant is increased. Higher feed water temperature tend to reduce boiler thermal stresses, so life of boiler increase. loss of heat in flue gases is reduced, and at last it increases evaporative capacity of boiler. Now last topic, disadvantages of economizer. It increases initial and maintenance cost. Economizer is placed in the path of flow of flue gases so that the pressure drop takes place, which leads to loss of draft. It is preferable for stationary boilers only. So here you can see this is the model of the economizer, and this figure you can use for the examination. If you want to see more engineering videos, then subscribe.
We discuss about the superheater. In boiler accessories, superheater. We discuss about the superheater. To increase the temperature of steam above saturation temperature, the superheater may be useful to increase the temperature of the saturation temperature. Placed in the path flue gases. The superheater is placed in the path flue gases. Consists of set of tubes. One end is connected to the inlet header, other end is connected to the outlet header. The superheater as shown in this figure. Superheater may be useful to increase the temperature of steam above saturation temperature. Purpose may be useful to the superheater. Placed in the path flue gases. Consist of set of tubes. One end is connected to the inlet header, other end is connected to the outlet header. Superheater, flue gases, inlet header, superheater tubes, inlet header, outlet header. Two headers is there, inlet header, outlet header. Steam from the boiler, steam to engine or turbines. Outlet header is flowing the steam to engine or turbines. Inlet header, steam from the boiler. This inlet header is taken to the steam from the boiler. Superheater tubes. These are superheater tubes. This is a superheater. This component is there in superheater. This is a working process. Superheater. Steam flow inside the tubes. In superheater, steam is flowing inside the tubes. Hot gases passes over the tubes. Hot gases is passes over the tubes. Steam receive heat from flue gases. Steam receives heat from flue gases. Steam is received the heat from the flue gases. Superheated steam leaves the outlet. Superheated steam is leaves the outlet. As on this figure, flue gases, superheater tubes, inlet heater, outlet heater, steam from the boiler, steam engine or turbine. This is the flue gases. Superheater advantages: reduce the steam consumption for given output. Reduce the steam consumption for given output. Reduce the condensation losses. Reduce the condensation losses. Eliminate the erosion of steam turbine blades due to absence of moisture. Increase overall thermal efficiency of the boiler plant. These are advantages of the superheater. Reduce the steam consumption for given output. Reduce the steam consumption for given output. Reduce the condensation losses. Eliminates the erosion of steam turbine blades due to absence of moisture. Increase overall thermal efficiency of the boiler plant. These are advantages of the superheater. Types of superheaters: convection superheater, radiant superheater, combined type superheater. These three types of superheater is there. Types of superheaters: convection superheater, radiant superheater, combined type superheater. We discuss about the convection superheater. Located away from the furnace. Tubes only expose hot gases, not in constant with flame. heat transfer by convection only. In convection superheater, locate away from the furnace. This furnace located away from the furnace. Tubes only exposed hot gases, not in constant with flame. Heat transfer by convection only. Radiant superheater located on the furnace wall. This radiant superheater is located on the furnace walls. Receives heat from furnace walls. Receives heat from furnace walls. Heat transfer by radiation. Heat is transferred by radiation. Combined type superheater. Third one is combined type. 3 types is superheater is there. First one is convection superheater. Second one is radiant superheater located on the furnace walls. Receive heat from furnace walls. Heat transfer by radiation. Third one is combined type superheater. Heat transfer by convection and radiation. Air free heat. This is a superheater. We discuss about the superheater.
So if you zoom in, then you will see the superheater like this. So welcome to my YouTube channel, Mechanical Engineering Management, working, model and animation of the superheater. These are the different boiler accessories, and superheater is one of the boiler accessories. So you can say it is one of the boiler accessories. So you can understand it is not compulsory part of the boiler, but it is used to increase efficiency of boiler. Now let's start the function of the superheater. And here you can see the superheater with the yellow pipe. A superheater is a device used to convert saturated steam or wet steam into superheated steam, means above saturation temperature. Superheated steam is used in steam turbines for electricity generation. Now types of superheaters. There are 3 types of the superheaters: radiant superheater, convection type superheater and separately fired superheater. Now location of the superheater. So here you can see 2 types of the superheaters are used: radiant type superheater and convective type superheater. A superheater is placed in the path of the flue gases. Location of different types of superheaters. Radiant superheater is placed directly in the radiant zone of the combustion chamber so as to absorb heat by the radiation. Whereas convective type superheater is located in the convective zone of the furnace, usually ahead of economizer. These are also called as primary superheaters. Now it's turn for the third type of superheater. Separately fired superheater is placed outside the main boiler, which has its own separate combustion system. It is rarely used. Now the construction of the superheater. So this is the very good figure to understand the construction of the superheater. It consists of a set of small diameter U-tubes, here you can see, in which steam flows. This set is connected to the steam heaters. These are the steam heaters. The U-tubes are placed in the path of flue gases. Here you can see this one is the path of the flue gases. It consists mainly 3 stop valves. Here you can see A, B and C. This figure of superheater is installed in Lancashire boiler. Some flue gases can be diverted by the damper. Here you can see to avoid overheating of the steam. Now working with animation of superheater. When damper is vertical, here you can see this is in the horizontal position, but if it is in the vertical position, then U-tubes are bypassed by the flue gases, and so that the flue gases will flow like this. So no superheating take place. And you can adjust the damper position as per the requirement of the superheated temperature of the steam. Now, when superheated steam is not required, valves A and B are closed. Here you can see valves A and B are closed and only valve C is open. So at that time, what happened? Just see carefully. So you can take the steam from the superheater, but it is the wet steam directly from the boiler without passing through this U-tube, so that it will be in the form of wet steam. Now when superheated steam is required, at that time valve A and B are open and valve C is closed. So now let's see the animation. So here valve C is closed, but A and B valves are open, and so that the wet steam will flow through this valve A. So see carefully and then pass through the U-tube, and so that it will converted into the superheated steam, and then it will discharge to the steam turbine. Now advantages of the superheater. Steam consumption of the engine or turbine is reduced. Losses due to the condensation in the cylinder and the steam pipes are reduced. Erosion of turbine blades is eliminated because of there will be no any water particles in the steam. Efficiency of the steam plant is increased. Now the application of the superheater. These type of superheaters are used in modern high pressure boilers. They are used where only dry steam is required in a process or machines such as turbines. They can be used in a steam engine where dry steam is needed to prevent wear and tear of engine parts. Now image for the examination. So you can use this image for the examination. More image of the superheaters. So here you can see the superheater tubes, and from this figure you can understand function of the superheater. More image. This one is the model of the superheater, and here you can understand these are the U-tubes and these both are the steam heaters. And from this figure you can understand the location and function of the superheater in the boiler, and here you can see the superheater in the steam engine. So if you want to see more engineering videos, then subscribe my YouTube channel and go to playlist. Thank you.
Superheater, we discuss about in superheater. Types of superheater we discuss in today class in superheater. Convection superheater, radiant superheater, combined type superheater. From the furnace. Tube only exposed hot gases, not in constant with flame. Heat transfer by convection only. Radiant superheater located on the furnace walls. Receive heat from furnace walls. heat transfer by radiation, combined type superheater. Third one is combined type superheater, heat transfer for convection and radiation. This superheater, boiler accessories. Today we discuss about the feed form, superheater, economizer. This topic is completed in today's class. Thanks for all of you, my dear student. Thanks. Today class is over, completed. Thanks to everyone.